Chef Johnson. I'm chef owner here at the Copperfish. This is Fino, cookbook author of Will Cook for Sex. We're doing power plate pucks, which are going to be seared scallops that we're going to dip in chipotle chili powder, sear them, and finish it with a mango puree. An apple and green leaf salad, which is going to have candied pine nuts, gorgonzola cheese, diced apple, and a lime vinaigrette. It's going to be a seared tuna medallion with a crispy piece of pancetta, sliced avocado, a poached egg, and hollandaise sauce with mixed potato hash, and lobster spears, which are going to be rested in Belgian endive leaves. And then for dessert is blue collar souffle, which we've modified into a white chocolate pistachio.
The reason we're doing this dessert first is, and how many of you have attempted to throw a dinner party for either 4 or more? It tends to be a high pressure situation, and it tends to be something that is not that fun leading into it. Now, even if for people that do it professionally, Barry over there does it for hundreds at a time, and even like tonight, there is a moment of stress in the afternoon where you're like, okay, do we have it all figured out? What are we overlooking? What are we doing wrong? What's going to happen tonight that we've missed? And if you're doing it with the two of you, especially husband and wife team, I'm going to give you a little advice. I really promote the fact that if you're a guy and you get in the kitchen and you put forth the effort in the kitchen, you're going to find that in the end you become more attractive in their eyes for your efforts in the kitchen. I have little ramekins, and we have a whole set of them in the back already full, that we're going to fill our ramekins full of our souffle batter, and then we're going to set that aside, and we're good. If you're doing it for a dinner party, if you're setting up for a dinner party, I recommend that you get that out of the way a day in advance, because the pressure situation on that day, I don't think you've got no chance. Guys are really terrible about when they take on an activity or a sport. They go in full bore. When they take on golf, they want to believe that in 2 weeks' time they're frustrated why they're not beating. They're not putting up on the U.S. Tour. Yeah, they're not the local pro. They're not Tiger Woods. Cooking is the same way. Guys are terrible. Once they get convinced that they're going to cook, a week later they think they can put out a 4-course meal seamlessly, and they don't realize that they shouldn't do that. Baby steps. Take your time. I've got Dijon mustard. This is our lime juice we talked about. Basically, you want to do it in a little deep dish. We're going to add candied walnuts, and then a little bit of blue cheese. And we're going to have a cheese element. The purpose of what we're doing, you're going to take your dressing and your mixture that you've mixed up at the bottom of your bowl, and leave that at the bottom of the bowl. Put your lettuce on top of there, seal it, fridge it, and leave it.
And I was telling Rocky today, because when I told him that I liked this salad, and I was looking at his procedure method in the book, I'm like, why is the lettuce on top? And he explained it to me. I'm like, and that's fantastic. That's great. That is a great idea. Because for those of you who have been to these demos before and have seen me make the salads, you know how I feel about overdressing the salad. You can always add a little more vinaigrette. The dressing is just to coat the leaf. The green's right on top, and I said to him, like, that's brilliant. I mean, you should patent that. That might be your ticket. Like if you could somehow trademark that, go for it. And that's a great idea, because the greens aren't getting wilted. Because if there's too much dressing or anything like that, they get wilted.
You can copyright a manuscript. You cannot copyright a title. So in the process of writing a cookbook, and it's very interesting, I was not a restaurateur. I am not a culinary graduate. So when I came to the publishers with a cookbook, they basically looked like, who are you to write a cookbook? Sure. And I stressed on the fact that I had to do something unique, be that I am not a media chef at the time. So what you do is you cut through the meat without filter.
What's that?
Did you cut yourself with cayenne pepper on it?
Lemon juice or salt. That'll take care of everything. It'll take your mind off if that's what you want.
Yeah. If you want me to squeal like a little schoolgirl, yeah.
Because if you take a starchy vegetable, a root vegetable, or anything like that, especially with color to it, it's going to turn gray if you shock it into the Really? Come on! Now you're making it squirt! Really? Quickly blanch it like 3/4 until, and then drain it, sheet tray, and let it cool off in the refrigerator.
Basically how we do it, and we have it done in the back. Yeah. Again, officer, I'm not behind the wheel of anything. I'm just enjoying my cocktail. So I'm melting my butter and my chocolate together.
You're putting no booze in that though.
Unless I spilled. But I don't think I did.
That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. Again, I'm Chef Johnson, watching Fino. Nice little menu for you tonight.
Top of like Portuguese, Spanish, and some Italian. Yeah. Do this kind of
Very good, very good.
So delicious.